How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. So I saw this little article, and I thought it was something just fun to share really quickly. This is over on Geek Tyrant. Joey Power, I guess is the how you pronounce his last name. And basically, Mark Hamill shared some funny Star Wars and Back to the Future mashup photos. We could see here, this is the classic scene where Marty McFly runs into George, but I guess it's more Luke McFly or Marty McSkywalker, whatever you have, with Anakin McSkywalker. And it actually works really well for this scene, considering the fact that Anakin was always kind of sulking. He was a little emo, which is kind of, George is a little withdrawn, and he has a lot of angst. So it does actually kind of work with just the way that Anakin came across, especially in Attack of the Clones. And I gotta say, as curious as I am to see what this trilogy, the Back to the Future trilogy, would have been like if they had kept Eric Stoltz on board. Man, I'm far more curious to know what it would have seemed like if they would have cast Mark Hamill as Marty McFly and Sir Alec Guinness as Doc Brown. Could you just imagine? Oh man, that is just the mind boggles. And look, it's not like we didn't kind of get a roundabout Star Wars crossover in Back to the Future anyway.
Silence, Earthling! My name is Darth Vader. I am an extraterrestrial from the planet Vulcan.
Last night, Darth Vader came down from planet Vulcan and told me that if I didn't take Lorraine out, that he'd melt my brain. Yeah.
So pretty cool stuff. Whoever did the artwork here did a pretty good job. The article just says, Mark Hamill had a little fun sharing a couple of Star Wars and Back to the Future mashup photos. The first image shows Luke as Marty McFly with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness as Doc Brown. I've seen this one before. The second photo shows Luke gone back in time to meet his father, George McFly, as played by Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, and they are sitting in the coffee shop. This is an Imagine that I haven't seen before. Hamill called the mashup "The Empire Strikes Back to the Future," which is that's great. I mean, that should be, the guys who do How It Should Have Ended. I mean, if they could do something like that, like a half-hour episode, that would be fantastic. And it's just a little fun for the fan. Check out the photos below and tell us what you think. So here's the photos on Hamill's Twitter feed, and let's take a look at them blown up. So so the first image, I mean, this is the one that's up top, and here we have Luke Skywalker as Luke McSkywalker and Marty McSkywalker, whatever you want to call it, and Anakin playing the role of his father. And it's just so funny, the irony of this scene as it relates to Star Wars, with Luke meeting his father, going back to the past. And if you look closely, if you take a little extra time to take a look at this photo, there's nice little nods here. So the artist took the time to throw Anakin's lightsaber on the counter, and then you have a couple of stormtroopers walking around back here, which is pretty cool. So upon first inspection, you might not realize it, but it's nice that he threw a couple little extra touches in there. Maybe a nice glass of blue milk on the countertop would have worked out again, but pretty good. So let's take a look at the second photo. And this one, I mean, this is just fantastic. Look, this is such a good job. So here we have Luke again, and he's in the jacket, the self-regulating, self-drying, self-fitting jacket, and then Sir Alec Guinness as Doc Emmett Brown. I mean, that looks so crazy. It's such a good job, really, man. I mean, just well done. And then we have, Jabba the Hutt taking on the role of Biff Tannen. This is just great. I love it. I mean, really, really good job. So anyway, that's just a fun little something I thought I'd share with everybody. I don't know who, if everyone sees these things, but we should all be sharing fun things like this as far as Star Wars, and especially when it's going to cross over to something as awesome as the great Back to the Future trilogy. I just love mashups like this. It just fuels the imagination. What other movies would you like to see Star Wars cross over into? Lord of the Rings, the Matrix, Ghostbusters. I guess the possibilities are endless. Although I love the idea of Luke going back in time and meeting his father. It's just such a fun premise. Anyway, hope everyone's having a great weekend. Thank you for watching. As always, it's greatly appreciated. And I will speak to you guys sometime soon. Until then, be happy, be safe, be healthy. Have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.